So let's get into your reading. The first card I have here is the Ten of Wands. This is a card about feeling very, very burdened, having a lot of responsibilities kind of dumped on us, and not having the time for leisure, for self-care, to do the work that is necessary, or to, relax and restore ourselves. I feel like I'm going to read now the three clarification cards, okay? There is a person in your life. The relationship between you and this person has been a little bit tumultuous. I have here an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra, and also a Sagittarius. What I'm feeling with the interaction between you and this person is there's a spirit of competition. There's also, I see somebody who might be a little bit demanding. They're telling you to do this, they're telling you to do that, or they're very, very vocal about what they are expecting from you. And I also feel like, in a way, the weight of this relationship can feel very, very heavy. They emotionally destabilize you. There is, to a certain extent, at the core of it, a very playful, competitive, lighthearted type of an energy. But I feel like the connection, it starts out playful and then it descends into something a lot more serious than you're wanting to commit to. I also feel this element about somebody playing hot and blowing hot and cold with you. 1 minute they can be very playful. The next minute they're very serious. 1 minute they're very, very much, immersed in their work. The next minute they're just frivolous and, abandoning their work. So it's somebody who you feel has been very inconsistent, and it's somebody that you're not really sure where you stand with them from one day to the next, from 1 hour to the next. You're not really sure if there's space in their life for you, and you're not really sure how you feel about them. I see a little bit of conflict between you and this person, and this is not something that you want to engage in, but for whatever reason, when the two of you get together, the energetic pull is really, really strong. And so you engage in conflict, you engage in the competition, and you engage in this situation with them. I see some of you as well at sporting events, okay? You could be physically participating in them, training them, coaching them, or somehow on the sidelines looking in. So there's an element here of competition in a sporting type of a arena. The next card I have here is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is a period of rest and restoration after a period of very intense work. This is a card that indicates to me, for many of you, things have been really, really busy. You also have been pulled in multiple directions to get things done, to put out fires, to do damage control, to troubleshoot, it's like so many demands are expected of you or placed upon you. I see many of you are too heavily plugged into your electronics, having two cell phones, checking your emails, checking your messages, checking your phone constantly, and computers, laptops, like you never have downtime. This is a week for you to get some downtime. This is a week for you to kind of unplug yourself from what other people expect of you, from all the electronic communication, and just kind of allow yourself an opportunity to sit in silence and to unwind, okay? What's linked up with it is I see a big energy about forgetfulness. You're being pulled in so many different directions that you're not able to retain the important information. It's when we are clouding our mind and our judgment with like frivolous information that we don't really know how to retain the more important facts. I see some people being forgetful to the point where you make a shopping list, you go to the grocery store, and then you still forget things. Forgetting keys, forgetting major important documents, forgetting to pick up the kids, forgetting to get, like special items, like if there's a party, a potluck or something at work, or even if you're supposed to bring important documents for like a presentation, a performance appraisal, for a meeting with the higher ups. So just be very, very careful. And that's what I mean by being too plugged in, where you are forgetful of your daily responsibilities. Okay. Um, Minimize the usage of, phones whenever you can. Okay. So I feel like it's going to be a necessity for you for this week. What I'm seeing is many of you are taking a break here from a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And the way this energy is showing up is I feel like, yes, there is a lot of attraction between you and this person. There's also this element about, temptation, about, I wonder what would happen if we were involved. Two people heavily fantasizing about one another, thinking about, what would the relationship be like? What would it be like if we got together? What would it be like if we started dating? And I see this element here about things being a little bit of a pipe dream, okay? Like it's a fantasy, but it's not grounded in reality. And also, the other person might not be the right person for you, just energetically. Your energies and their energy, there's a lot of clashes I'm feeling. Lack of compatibility, lack of wanting to be in the same location, wanting the same goals when it comes to relationships and parenting, for example. Ideological, religious differences is also what I'm feeling with this person. One person wants the home and the kids, the other person wants to travel and explore. And so you're coming to the reality or the realization that this is not the right person for you to be around. The next card that I have here is the Hermit. This is spiritual awareness, following and listening to your intuition, being divinely guided towards something. Somebody, your spirit guides, is showing you the way. It could also be a physical person in our world, showing us the way. I'm seeing with this energy, it's pointing you towards your ability to manifest. Okay, some of you are at a job that I feel, excuse me. Excuse me. So it's work related. Some of you are at a job where I feel like even though your position might be high, you don't exert a lot of influence. You're not really completely free to do whatever you want or to do what you feel is the right thing. There are a lot of like office politics, maneuvering that needs to happen. And frankly, I feel like you're sick and tired of it. It's like it's like a political minefield. That's what I feel. You don't want to burn your bridges, but at the same time, you don't want to have to censor yourself, what you say, how you come across. All of these things matter for whatever reason. And so you feel like you're living kind of like in falseness. So it's really telling you to examine this situation and to ask yourself if you feel like you're living an authentic life, if you feel like you're being real with yourself as to whether or not you're truly happy in this work environment. I feel like you have gained professional success. You're highly regarded in your field, and you're somebody that other people come to. But in terms of, strip away what other people see of you. How do you feel about yourself, where you are, the work that you're doing, and the political maneuvering that you have to do every day in your work environment? I feel like it's draining you. And I feel like more than anything, you want to be authentic to yourself and you don't want to have to cater and do things against your judgment. I'm also seeing as well, there is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And this is somebody that is also involved in the work environment, or they're affecting your work in some way. And this is somebody that's coming to you. They need to do things on their own, is what I'm hearing. They need to be self-sufficient. They need to learn to do things on their own. So don't come to their rescue every single time. They need to learn to stand on their own 2 feet and don't enable the energy. Okay. The next card here is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands indicates a marriage, indicates a stable relationship. I feel like some of you are reassessing a major significant relationship in your life and to try to figure out whether or not it is still making you happy. I have here the Seven of Coins, and what I'm feeling is I feel like for some of you there is a big workplace type of an attraction. There's a lot of communication between you and another person. You work together. The other person is constantly around you. So I feel like, you work in the same department, you work on the same team, you see each other on a regular basis. If you really think about it, so the average workday in the US is like 8 hours, right? And you're there Monday through Friday. You're actually spending a lot of time with coworkers compared to like your spouse, compared to your children. So what I feel is this is a significant person, possibly in the work environment. They show up here as an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I feel almost like there is a lot of flirtation. There's a lot of attraction coming into the picture between you and this person. And I'm also seeing, somebody batting their eyes, like eyelashes. Somebody smiling and it's like staring at each other across the room. But either way, there's a lot of communication. If there has been stalled energy between you and this person, if conversations have always been about work, 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 this is the week where they start to open up and they start to inch a little bit closer towards you. And if things have been very platonic and very professional, this is the week where they start to, I see them like inching towards you and then smiling to let you know how they feel. They're not going to be, especially forthcoming and verbally expressive about how they feel, but I feel like the feelings are there nonetheless, and I feel like the feelings come in mutually between you and the other person. So you're assessing a relationship. You're assessing, could there be more? The last card I have here is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is about worries, anxieties. It's about guilt in some instances, doing something that we feel we shouldn't have. And what I feel here, there has been some recent, separation, sort of like harsh words exchange between you and another person. Recent separation or an emotional rift created as a result of these harsh exchanges between you and another person. I have here an air sign, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and this could also be your energy. What I feel is there has been some type of I feel like accusation. You did this, you did that, you behaved this way, so I behaved this way. A mirroring type of energy between you and another person, and I feel like very strong air sign. The rift is being closed up. Okay. And in order for this rift to close up, so that could be mending of the relationship, or that can be closing up the rift and moving on and not looking back. So it could play out in one of two ways. If too much has been done and said, then you're going to move away and close up. But there is an opportunity here to get it all out in the open. Both parties are at fault. If there is an argument, both parties are at fault. So I feel like, in the spirit of trying to be a bigger person, we really need to kind of find closure, or allow the other person to find closure, and to say whatever that we feel is the right thing to do. And that means, seeking advice from our higher selves, trying to aim for the truth, trying to be as truthful and as honest as we can when it comes to resolving the situation. So I feel like somebody has been a little bit devious, not giving out truthful information. Somebody is doing something that they're not supposed to and they've been caught, and now they're being evasive. So rather than, admitting to guilt, they have always been evasive. And so I feel like there is an opportunity here for this week. If you want to get at the truth with another person, you're going to attract more with honey. Okay, so that means not being on the offense when you're talking to them, not making them feel defensive, not making them feel the accusations. Don't come into an environment with accusatory energies or intentions. Just let things naturally unfold and let the communication meander where, however it may. And then I feel like the truth is going to slip out. I feel like you've already known this. It's just the other person. Somebody is at fault and they're not admitting to it. And so it has created, there, I see guilt from their end. Whoever is the wrongdoer, I feel guilt. But I feel like, with this interaction, it takes two. Both parties here are at fault. There has to have been too many harsh things being said, that has been said between two people. Okay? So Geminis, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope the reading is helpful. I wish you the best for this week. Take care.